Yo.
What up, man?
What's happening, bro?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just been getting off work, come down now.
Yeah. Yeah, Friday night special.
Mm-hmm.
Something different.
Yep. We got some busy weekends coming up, so
Yeah.
figured we'd do it now.
Yeah, we do.
Get her done.
Going to see Matt McCuskey this weekend.
Yeah.
That should be pretty sweet.
Fucking McCuskey.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm. The old Funny Bone
Mm-hmm.
in Omaha. I guess if this comes out before that,
Yeah.
and you happen to hear this and can still find a ticket, I don't know. He's probably there all weekend, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And I think he said he added another show during one of the podcasts.
Oh, sweet.
To Omaha, so
Nice.
buy him up, boys.
Yeah. So, yeah, welcome back.
dog.
Word to your brother.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, yeah. What's new in the world, bro?
I don't know, a lot of stuff, man. Big news politically. I mean, there's some video game news. There's some sport news. What do you want?
I keep hearing about this dude, Tarif. Who's that?
In regard to what?
Politics?
I don't know, Tarif. I don't know a Tarif.
No?
Officer.
Maybe it's Tariff.
Tariff. There he is.
Maybe that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, that's how you
Okay.
pronounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been around.
Yeah.
Yeah, big old tariff news. 15% on everybody.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Was it just across the
Borderline.
board? I
Across the
didn't
board.
watch the video. I seen he had his big board up there. And
Yeah, I mean, he did more on some people than others, but yeah, borderline or baseline 15%.
Who got it the worst? China?
China, Russia got it
Mm.
because they're not stopping the war.
Honestly, screw Russia, dude. They don't allow our videos, so screw them. They're like the only place. They block us every time. I don't know why. Russia, Belarus, we get no love.
No, man. I mean, those guys,
They just don't get it.
they don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
They got another way of getting it.
Yeah.
They like war.
Yeah, right?
That's those Eastern European boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. That's the same thing with any of those guys who go into like UFC, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. The Dagestanis and stuff.
Yeah.
Khabib. What's the other guy? Israel. You can't pronounce their name.
No, he's
Khamzat Chimaev.
yeah.
Look at this guy.
He knows. He watches the.
You watch that stuff?
He's big in it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love me some UFC.
Okay.
I don't like them damn Dagestanis.
I was watching it. I was watching until Forrest Griffin threw that fight against Anderson Silva, and then I was out. What the hell was that?
Yeah, that was so lame.
Yeah.
Well, it was like every single pay-per-view we bought always turned out to be completely and totally
Just a
lame.
dud. Ended in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Babalu. Babalu.
Against Lydell.
Yeah.
Lydell was an animal back then, though.
Yes, he
Nobody
was.
was going to bring down Lydell,
No.
except for Rampage Jackson.
Yeah, Rampage was a real animal.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
He was not fucking around ever.
Yeah.
Chains and shit.
Yeah. Back in the golden age of UFC when it was still like,
A little on the edge.
uh-huh.
Fucking Matt Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
Slamming motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, yeah.
Tearing people up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, the tariffs, that's going to be fucking things up. Things are going to get expensive, boys.
Yeah, what's
Things
up
are
with
gonna
that,
get
man?
expensive.
Really?
Pokies are going to get expensive.
They're going to get worse?
Oh, yeah. They hit
Dude.
Japan. They hit Japan for sure.
I heard some shit today, pretty much. So basically, in reference specifically to Pokemon packs, China has like a 67% tariff on sending shit, like importing, I think. And Japan has like a 50-some% on importing to America. Trump, with these new tariffs, is matching half of that also on top of it. So now on top of the 67, Trump just threw another like 33% because that's half of it. So yeah, everything's pretty much doubling in price, which
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying, and like all the card stores essentially is the example I heard using it, but basically they're not covering it. Like all the people buying the cards and everything are going to be the one covering those tariffs in the long run. But yeah, you can apply that to most anything that we have imported or exported. It's all just going to be going up now.
We think we won World War II. Meanwhile, half of my finances go straight to Japan.
I mean, there are some of us out there who should. Just bad. That's an addiction.
Oh, bad, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I've been toning it down a little. I'm trying to go back.
You literally came to me last week and you're like,
back.
I'm back in the
baby.
game.
I'm back in the game. I'm back in
Back in
playing the
that.
game. I spent $60. I built a deck. These were actually a gift. I paid my mom for them, but she found them. No, it was cool because you can't find them anywhere. I don't know where the hell she was. I guess they have them at like Cracker Barrel and shit now. Weird places have them, and she found some, so she picked them up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't opened any of the last set. This is
My son would want these. Oh, yeah? Well, how old is he? What grade is he in?
oh, he's
30.
an autistic 30-year-old. Yeah, he likes to sniff them. Yeah, he
Sniff him.
He plays the game too. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
full blown, dude.
Full on professor.
Well, when you're feeding your kid formula back in the 90s out of these plastic bottles, what do you expect, dude?
yeah, deformity.
What do you expect?
Brains got fucking melted.
You effed me up.
It's all right.
Yeah,
I mean, you could have been worse.
Could have
been
been, yeah,
worse.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Formula equals an attraction to shiny cardboard.
It might.
Probably does.
Yeah. And let's look back. Where was that formula coming from? Could have been Japan. Could have been China. This could all be one giant fucking.
They're all
scheme.
in cahoots.
They're all in cahoots.
Which brings me to one of my
Cahootinism
topics.
has run amok for years.
Yeah, there's heavy Cahootinism.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking, there's a big old massive update coming to Crusader Kings 3, and
Oh,
be like-
there goes Cody.
good couple 100 hours going to
Yeah,
that.
there goes the content for the next
It's
couple months.
the,
He's just going to go on about his fucking empire that he's trying to manage.
Multiple empires.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking, they're adding to the map. They're adding all of China.
How are you going to? Oh, okay. I thought it was already all of Earth.
No.
but it's not.
No. It's just most of, all of Europe,
Yeah.
all of North Africa, the Middle East, India, and like a good part of fucking Western China, Mongolia, all that
Are
stuff.
they giving you the full Earth?
Not America.
Ah.
In the North America and South
Old
America,
world?
But old world, yeah. They're giving you all of China, all of the islands, all of Japan.
Oh,
so I
cool.
can make a fucking samurai empire.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm
That'll be
just
fun.
counting the ways I can march my empire.
I mean, that game was sick.
It is sick.
Yeah.
And you can do all kinds of stuff with, like, wandering people. So, like, I could take like a Viking and fucking boat him all the way over to Japan and fucking become like a sellsword for the Japanese and maybe get land given to me as a reward and then become a fucking Viking fucking samurai
build
guy.
your empire from there.
Yeah, that could be cool. I love that. I love that game how you can do shit.
There's so many, possibilities. It is dope.
Yeah. So I'm going to be putting lots of hours into that.
Right. Yeah. So we do have Journey Together packs. We did manage to get them. My mother, bless her heart.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. We're going to open these up later, I suppose.
Yeah.
Did you see Kanye losing his mind? You did. I know you did.
The Black Klansman suit
In the iced out
and
swastika
the iced
chain.
out swastika.
Bro.
I mean,
Yeah. Making a statement.
what's it going to take, folks?
Well,
I mean, what can you get away with?
Dave did it first. That's all I'm
What can
saying.
you get away with?
Dave Chappelle did it first. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did this.
But it was
skit.
complete satire. This
Well-
was like, he's insane. He means this.
Yeah, but does he? I mean, is he just the biggest troll we've ever seen? Is he trolling or is it from the heart?
No, he's just insane.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. Insanity.
Well,
Insanity.
could be.
Iced out Nazi swastika, dude.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe he goes Buddhist. Maybe he brings it back. It was originally Buddhist. Maybe there's a character arc for Kanye somewhere where he has a comeback.
No, he doesn't mean it in that sense, I don't think.
No, not now.
No,
It doesn't
he
seem.
means it in the sense of that he hates the Hebrews, bro. That's
Yeah,
not cool.
and those are my people. So
those are my people.
I'm a little.
And you're making excuses for him.
I mean, I really like some of his music, but
I don't.
yeah,
I don't. So I just judge him on the man.
yeah.
And he's a complete fucking
He's a loon.
absolute nut job.
But would you be too, if you were in his shoes?
I mean, look at how many.
if you were in his
aren't.
Yeezy shoes.
No, God, those shoes are dumb. I see people wearing them, and I'm like, you look like an idiot. It looks like a football, like a foam football. It looks like a Nerf football.
You know what I saw on campus today? Somebody wearing
No,
Fat Farms.
damn,
Yeah.
that's old school.
Right? They had the jeans too, dog, with the little F and the little quotes around the F. Bro.
They needed the fucking the FUBU, bro.
Fubu's. Yeah.
They need the FUBU,
Yeah.
Mark Echo.
the Echo,
Echo.
yeah, the big ass jean shorts.
You go
too.
Echo, Fubu, Fat Farm. Oh,
Fat Farm, yeah. That's
man.
cool.
That's next level.
Sean John.
Sean John. We should bring that back.
We should bring that back. It's a perfect time for that.
Yeah. Just Yeezys and Sean John only.
Rebranded
wear.
in baby oil.
Yeah.
Diddy oil, bro. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. We need to rebrand it as Diddy oil.
What's up with that? What's up with that case? Any advancements in the Diddy trial? Why don't you look that up,
He's
Elder
in
Miller?
prison. He's in
Yeah.
prison.
I'm very curious because we heard all these names were supposed to come out: Jay-Z, LeBron, J-Lo.
All that's gonna get hushed up.
Right.
They can't fuck up the system.
Just another reminder: Epstein isn't dead, or didn't kill himself. One or the other. Have you seen that picture of the body and it shows his ear, and it doesn't match up with Epstein's ears and all the other pictures? That's some fucked up shit. Because that's like all you could see from the footage, and like they take out his body with like a thing, and you see his ear from the side. The camera caught him, and they compare that ear to other pictures of him. You can't change your ears, dog. So they had a body double or some shit. I don't know.
Who knows, dude?
Well, it's so weird. The name still ain't come out. Come on, man. Where's the Epstein files?
You're never gonna get it.
You give us JFK.
You're never gonna get the full list.
You didn't
That's
give us
never gonna
nothing new with the JFK shit either that we didn't already know.
happen. Yep.
Even then, with Epstein, a lot of powerful people do shady shit, but the Epstein shit's all crazy because he actually was just doing business with a lot of them people. So the list, like a lot of the people on the list, is like it might not mean anything other than they talk to him about some sort of business dealing or something.
Yeah, he had legit
business,
business, but a lot of it was
Just
fucking.
No, for sure.
A lot of it was shady shit, but
Tokyo Partners.
With Diddy, jury selections set for May 5th, and the trial set to start May 12th.
Okay.
Charges including
month.
racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, and other federal charges.
I'd like to be able to live stream some of that. That'd be fun.
It would be fun. We need a few more subs. Please subscribe.
Yeah, sub it up, boys.
We're getting there. We're
Like
trickling
it,
them in.
Like
Do
it.
a reaction.
You should probably show your feet, Cody. It would
I'm
help.
not gonna do that.
Would
And
help.
boys, you know what? I'm not gonna not show my feet sometimes. If it just happens, it happens. But
Yeah.
you know,
You're going to have to search for it. You're going to have to actually
Jesus
listen.
saves. Jesus saves. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Jesus liked feet. Remember? You would wash them.
Do that. Don't be getting them dirty though. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus liked feet.
As of today, Diddy's facing more charges.
Oh, what's new?
The P Diddler at it again.
Hang on. Adds a new sex trafficking count, accusing him of force, fraud, or
Coercion.
coercion to compel a woman to engage in commercial sex acts as recently as last year. And it adds another count of transporting a victim to engage in prostitution.
What a fucking weirdo, dude.
Increases the total counts from 3 to 5.
Like, why would you even need to do that?
It's so weird. I feel like that would take so much time. You trafficking people around and shit. What the fuck?
Yeah. And you're P. Diddy. Don't you think you can just get, beautiful women?
You just call your homie, like, bring some bitches, dude. Let's party.
Even, it's like, I don't know. These guys, man. They're just...
It's
I don't
weird.
know. Their brains are fucked up.
Well, dude, do you think he might have killed Biggie?
Could have.
Yeah, see, he thinks so.
Could.
He didn't want to say shit because he's worried Diddy still has
Gonna
power.
come out of the fucking prison.
Yeah.
I think Diddy had more to do with Pac than most people probably want to think anyways, but I think he did have he was Biggie's right-hand man. I mean, of course he fucking had something to do with him dying.
He was in the car with him, wasn't he, though?
With
Wasn't
Biggie?
he driving?
Yeah.
Like...
I don't know if he was driving or not, but they were in the car.
Yeah, so it's like,
And
why would you set it up to get
With
yourself
Pac,
shot at?
with Pac, I think he had something to do with Pac being at the Tyson fight.
I thought it was fucking
Suge.
a lot of Pac was Suge because he owed him like $2 million.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to pay him.
That's the shooter, but getting Pac to the point of being shot, I've heard a lot of it was Diddy had some hands in that too.
Why would he? What would be his reason for that?
Did he have bigger plans on his music career at that time because he was also taking off with them?
Also, like, these dudes are worth more posthumously. It's insane.
He did. He was Biggie's producer and like his manager and shit. I think he did take control originally at first of
Made
Biggie's
fucking bank off of
library.
Like Juice
Yeah,
WRLD,
Born Again.
bruh. They made so
That was
much
all
money
he
off of
was doing.
Juice WRLD and shit after he died. It's kind of crazy. They make a ton of money off these dudes after they die. Lil Peep and shit. Man.
I just seen a new song came out by somebody who's been dead for a minute.
Right. It's like they just pull out like some old crap. I don't know if they just AI mix the shit now or what, but like,
I think it's just shit that they've had on record.
yeah.
X, Peep, and Juice all specifically had like thousands and thousands of songs already put
Because
back
they
and
would just
recorded.
freestyle.
But they go back and chop them up and put them over like new beats
Yeah.
and instrumentals and make them into new
It
singles.
is crazy though. Like most of those guys didn't write. A lot of those guys,
Just freestyle.
they would just come in and just spit, and every now and then they'd hit a real good one and be like, all right, that's the song. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It is. Train your brain to do that shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that the origin of rap. I don't know. Like, I don't know what most people think the origin of rap. I think I know what the origin of rap is. I mean, historically.
Johnny Cash.
You think Johnny Cash?
No, what?
I hear a lot of Johnny Cash and the Outlaws.
It's way before that. Way before that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like just like poetry. Like
Way before that. It goes back to the before medieval, tribal times. Back in the fucking Viking days. They had fucking games that they would do. Like drinking games and shit like that. But they had a specific game that they called flighting. And you would take turns insulting each other, but it had to be in rhyme.
oh, that's dope.
And
So that's like battle rap.
literally
Yeah.
battle rapping, and like the crowd of the pub or whatever would decide the
So
winners.
fun.
Yeah, they literally battle rapped back in the day, and they had to rhyme it out.
Yo, Cody,
It's
you're a
called flighting.
phony. You smell like baloney.
Bang bang,
Yeah.
right there. It would be like,
You ain't got no cronies.
you ain't got
Yeah.
no cronies.
Coughing because you got the ronies.
I do.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen like the Irish and like Scott? I don't know if it's Irish or Scottish, but they do like them pub chants. It's kind of like that where they'll freestyle. And he'll be like,
Yeah.
"Bring me a
Blah,
pint,"
blah,
and
blah.
everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Bring me a pint," and then he'll
Yeah.
just rhyme with it from there.
Those guys are fucking wild. I was seeing a thing that they were trying to figure out what the oldest pub in England was, and they found this one that was literally like had been there in some form and was actually the same name that it had always been for like 1400 years or some shit like that. Had same bricks from the original wall on the back of this place.
Predates Excalibur.
Yeah. Older than fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That shit's awesome.
Can you lift the stein from the stone?
It's just been fucking welded into the table from sitting there for so long.
Moss growing on it and shit. Hell yeah.
It's a legendary pub fucking mug.
Oldest pub in the world is Sean's Bar in Athlone, Ireland.
That's it.
That's it.
900 AD is when it was established.
Whoa. Yeah, that's pretty old. Yeah. But you know they had like, so that's the oldest one in England, right? Yeah. But the
Or
pre.
the Isles.
Yeah.
It was Ireland.
What's so? Oh, Ireland. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they've been drinking for much longer.
Hey man, it's racist.
What?
Talking about my people.
No, I was talking about other people. I'm trying to think in my mind like when the origin of alcohol was. Who invented it?
I mean, it's old. Wine is super old.
Yeah.
But mead was the monks from the bees. They would keep bees, and then the
honey.
honey would ferment, and they'd have honey.
Well, that's what
honey
I've
mead.
heard too. Terrence McKenna said that was because they would use honey to preserve things.
Yeah.
And they would go bad, and then you would still want to use up whatever the honey was in, and you would end up getting drunk off the mead.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Because honey's just miraculous. The first people to find honey are like,
The Egyptians
this
fucking
is the
loved
best
that
shit in the world. Yeah.
They plowed it.
Dude, speaking of Egyptians, good segue, dog. I didn't watch the entire 4-hour thing with those Italian scientists who found this shit underneath the pyramids, but I watched a summary of it from a guy who speaks Italian and English.
Oh, it wasn't in English?
No, it was in Italian. Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, some of the stuff seems pretty solid. Some of the stuff seems pretty hokey pokey. I don't know, like kind of like you see what you want to see and stuff, kind of, you know. And the AI that they used may or may not have taken some liberties in what it found in these scans or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, and the scans are also like debatable in their validity. So the way that they proved that they worked is like they scanned some like tunnels and stuff that were pretty like barely below the surface in like Italy, right? And they showed like what those looked like. And then they used this same technology, which it's like a satellite from space that passes over and sends back the shit. And anyway, this is much deeper than any of the like tests that they did, but in theory it should still work or whatever. But they take that like info that they found and they feed it through this computer to kind of like, you know, give you that digital image of what it could be. Columns could be, I don't know. I think they're hollow tubes though. Yeah. So like, yeah. They did say that they're not solid columns, that they are like tube-like. So that's interesting. Or wells. They could be wells, right? Something of that nature. The guys also were throwing out a much earlier start date and I can't remember exactly how they came to that conclusion, but they're of that kind of school of thought too, like the Graham Hancock kind of shit. 36,000 BC is when they were kind of dating it. What else did I write down?
It's a while ago.
Yeah, it's freaking old.
But I mean,
bro.
I've thought that like Homo sapiens, as we are, have existed for like hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah.
Figure, we have our same level of intelligence at that, you know. At that same point, they'd be able to put together a civilization too.
Yeah.
But maybe, you know, they just didn't have any way to record it. Like our own civilization, if we went down, it'd be like 100 years and all of our plastic data and all that shit would be gone. All that computer shit would be gone. So it's very interesting.
It is. And like there's a couple theories. Like there's, you know, people are instantly like, it was a power plant, bro. It's definitely a power plant. It could have simply just been necessary foundation to keep the pyramid from sinking in the sand.
Yeah.
That kind of, when they said that, I'm like, oh shit, that makes like a ton of sense. It could literally just be that, right?
But I mean, they're massive.
They're giant.
It's like,
they're freaking huge.
How did you do it?
We already didn't know how they did the pyramids, and now there's this too. It's like
that's the question too. Is like, okay, how did they get them there below the fucking pyramid? Or did they build those, like drill them into the sand that deep?
Yeah.
And how did you do that while keeping the other sand at bay?
Right.
While you have this huge thing, while you're building these tubes in there.
Guess as good as mine.
And then you build the fucking pyramid on top of that. So how much work is that? I mean,
it's a lot of sand shoveling.
It's a lot of weird shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Or it's just aliens boring holes with laser beams and placing shit with anti-gravity.
I don't know. I just think it's like they could figure out some kind of like way to harness sound or some shit like that.
Like that bro in Florida did.
Yeah, the coral reef, coral whatever.
Coral Castle.
Coral Castle guy, yeah, he was weird.
Mm-hmm. And he just cut all those stones from his own land and moved massive stones. What's that, like a 10-ton door that you can just push?
You can just push and it rolls.
Come on, man.
And he did it by himself, and all he had was a fucking basic, like, 3-legged tripod fucking winch.
Yeah.
Or what? What was it called? I don't know. Like a lever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something you could lift something up, but it's like he had no power to it.
Yeah.
It was all like physical labor.
But that's all that he showed you. Like people say he did it at night. Nobody was around. Stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's like, how do you sneak all that shit in there? And like people were trying to fucking peek in and see.
They were,
shit.
But his secret still died with him.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Some crazy shit. It really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so that was just my little update. People are going to probe into it a lot more now, I think, now that they've given all their official statements. And there was some stuff that's like begs to question, you know. So I think it obviously it requires further study. I don't know if we're going to get the Egyptian government on board to let us do that, though, like you were saying. So who knows? It probably just remains a mystery for a while longer, but it's pretty fucking interesting, I thought, you know.
Just ignore it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Most people probably forget about it, but hopefully, you know, there's somebody who's super inspired and doesn't forget about it and just tries to get to the bottom of that shit, because literally to the bottom of that shit. It's really interesting. So anyhow, there was some other shit I was looking into. I thought it was fascinating, fucking what the government used to do, like during the Cold War when they were testing nukes and stuff. Bro, I think we're all still paying the price, you know? Like, you want the elevated cancer rates and all this shit, climate change, you name it. But it was called like Operation Starfish Prime, and they were blowing up nukes in the atmosphere just to see what the fuck might happen, right? Crazy.
They thought that they might ignite the atmosphere too and light it all on fire, and they had no idea.
Well, let's try it anyway.
They just did bigger and bigger ones. And
Yeah.
like, you're gonna blow the fucking atmosphere off the planet one
Well,
of these times.
they fucked up with the magnetosphere. They totally altered the magnetosphere for like decades or some shit, because of the last one they did was so fucking massive. And they say it's like, it was crazy to look at. Like, it looked like a freaking lava lamp in the sky, just a ball of plasma, like moving around and shit, like a second sun. And it sent the aurora borealis, like all the way down, like almost to the fucking equator, dog. Like, everybody could see this shit. But the people up north were like, I could read just from that light. Like, it was nighttime. Just reading. Man, that's how much they blew up the magnetosphere with this shit. But they like laced their bomb, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word, with this particular element that they could track. Like, it was very unique, so wherever it landed, they could know, like, this came from this bomb. Bro, this shit circled the globe. They found it in, like, fucking Thailand, you know? So what happened to all that radiation too? You know, like they just dusted
It's
it.
low level.
Yeah, bro, they dusted everyone, and that wasn't just one time. I mean, so many detonations, and then they eventually banned. You can't detonate them like up in space. They did them below the earth. They did them on the surface. They did them fucking in the ocean,
And like Chernobyl
and
and Fukushima.
and Fukushima.
If you ever watch fucking the HBO miniseries they did on Chernobyl, it's really good, but they show
I
it.
did see that, I think.
They show the whole thing, and it's like that thing just blew its top off, and it was just pumping fucking pure radiation.
Those absolute
Into the
heroes who
atmosphere.
just dove in head first to save the day too, man.
There's some people who did that, but like a lot of them didn't even know what was happening. There's like a lot of the firefighters and stuff were like, well, you know, we'll just go in here and we'll take this piece of this fucking building and throw it over here. But that was like part of a fucking containment for, you know, the nuclear power thing. They just all died.
A day later, your hand falls off. Yeah.
Turn black and fall off. They all died.
Crazy.
Yeah, just your cells just fucking decay.
That was one of the freakiest things, and it was from working here at the university. I used to sweep this staircase in one of the engineering buildings, and they had a map on the wall in there of every current nuclear power plant in the United States, or it might have been around the world. Maybe it's just United States. But there was a ton of dots all over the map. And then they had like these little X's for future builds. And then I looked at the date of the map, and it was like the fucking 80s or some shit. So you know, it's just, there's hundreds more now, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it got me thinking, like, how many fail-safes you think they got for, I don't know, an asteroid or a super volcano or an EMP?
None.
Right.
All that
A
has
solar
to be handled.
flare.
It's like they say it's over a few years after, like, if there's a major event where nobody's taking care of these things anymore, it'll be like a couple years and they'll all start to melt down and just blow all over the planet. You'll just be in a radiated hellhole.
So at that moment, yeah, I realized we have already doomed the entire planet to a gnarly nuclear extinction.
If we ever die, yeah.
It's just a matter of time.
If we ever die, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, unless we duplicate ourselves and get onto another planet, right?
Or
And
we
survive.
build some kind of AI that we can automate them so that they're inevitable. You know, we just have an AI for every single one that isn't in perpetual.
That's what AI wants, baby.
Yeah,
and it's
here-
got the power.
That Brian Johnson dude who's like trying to work on immortality. He was
Yeah.
just with
Oh,
Duncan
weird
a couple
guy?
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like drinks
He's a
it.
fucking weird
Guess he
dude.
did it once. He drank his like son's blood or something.
Oh my God.
That's what
He's
they
like-
do. That those rich guys
I was
have
going to make a
blood
joke.
boys.
You doing baby
Yeah.
blood?
They got the blood boys.
No, that's
Yeah.
they really do. Yeah,
Tom
but-
Brady has them.
he was talking about like he's like a 50-year-old dude and he looks like he's 30 and he really is like reversing his age right now.
I don't even think he looks that young. Like I look
It's
at
like
him,
he's in his 40s with like
Fair.
a lot of work.
it's like it looks like you shave twice a day. You're like doggy. Like if I do that, I look young too. I have people at work tell me, "Are
That's
you in your
true.
20s?"
Take 10 years off you.
Yeah, like
thing
Yeah.
that gets me with that is like the idea of transcendence, because we're definitely at the point of where your mind could be like uploaded and live on forever.
oh yeah, dude, we're
Well,
already
I
on.
mean,
That's we might already, yeah.
we're getting there. We don't know how much information the human brain can hold. We can't even really map the whole thing.
That's
and
true.
know exactly how much it works. So it's like, how much data is in your brain, and how
Isn't it-
much would it be to upload that into something? Like,
Yeah.
that'd be a lot of fucking
Oh, you go ape shit, dog.
a lot of data.
Isn't
Yeah.
it still like most humans only use like 20% of their brain or something, or
That's the
18%
thing.
or
I don't
something?
know. You know, I have no idea. That's
I
what
use
I hear.
69% of my brain. Got you.
no fucking.
You giggled.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Fucking, it's gonna take a lot to be able to do that. It's gonna
Yeah.
be later on in our lives, after they get quantum computers really figured out and AI is matched with them, then we'll start.
Yeah, once you're gonna have to expand your own fucking RAM first, right? Put the chip in your brain to get
Oh, yeah, all
enough
that's gonna
fucking
happen.
memory to be able to do that shit.
We're gonna integrate with the machine. That'll be the,
Oh,
the
yeah.
first step. Is
That's coming. I say
becoming
sign me up,
cyborgs.
baby. I'm ready to go, dude. Let's go.
I told Rick the last time I was over there. I was like, "We got to get you some robot lungs, buddy.
Yeah.
Get you back in the game."
For real, dude. Yeah, you got to turn Rick into a Terminator.
Yeah, I want robot spine. I want robot spine. I want a whole robot body. Just turn me into fucking Cyborg from Teen
Yeah.
Titans. you
What Wolverine?
know? No, that'd suck.
What are you talking about? Wolverine?
Pain?
Yeah, but no. See, that's just it. That's your problem. Pain is character building.
You're dumb, dude.
That's why Wolverine's got so much
He's
gumption
insane.
because he's taken that
He's
pain
gone insane like multiple times.
and he's healed. He comes back stronger.
Strong.
Strong. It's so strong.
I gotta start on it. My whole arm's titanium.
Oh shit.
Yeah. How'd that feel? That feel good?
Broke in 5 places.
Was that character building for you?
I got jumped at a party when I was 20 by like 4 dudes.
They broke your arm.
Yeah, I kept trying to fight back, and it didn't work out very well. And the girl that was with me grabbed me, and I do remember just looking down at my arm and seeing my wrist up here, my arm down here, and my elbow still back here. And I
Jesus.
just blacked out.
Was these some UFC bros? They put you in. They put you in arm bar.
No, dude, it was dudes stomping me out on the ground. I
Oh,
think they just
kicking your
stomped my
shit?
arm. Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That's
But yeah,
fucked
no,
up.
I got 19 screws and 2 9-inch titanium.
So could you
plates.
just like thud someone
Yeah.
over the head with that shit now?
It hurts a little bit, but that's
Ooh. Yeah, you should
Titanium.
go. You should go around like a karate master, just breaking freaking boards with that thing,
Uh,
dude. Nice.
yeah. I joke. I gotta
Pai
start.
Mei from Kill Bill, or just putting your arm through a wall.
Yeah.
and shit.
That's pretty sick, man. Yeah, that's what I want. Adamantium skeleton, but I also want the healing powers of Wolverine. So I don't know if we can get that. Maybe with enough of Brian Johnson's son's blood in
I
me.
don't need that. Just give me the robot body, dude.
What's he doing for his son? You think he's looking out for his son the same way? Like, you're never going to age.
I actually watched the Duncan one at work, so I was able to listen to it. But he was talking about, so basically, Brian's dad got a rare form of blood cancer, and the doctor was like kind of like a Western type doctor, but to him, the best cure for his father was for Brian to give him some of his dad's blood.
Mm.
So he did that, and sure enough, the cancer started getting better, and he was good. And then Brian started looking into it, I guess, about the benefits of it for like aging.
Yeah.
And I guess there is like it renews your white blood count and all this other shit. And especially if it's like your own DNA and your genetics, it's pretty much you're just replacing your own blood with your own blood.
That's wild.
Just fresher blood,
Sort of.
per se. But yeah, no, I don't understand it really, but apparently there's science behind it, and he's done it now a couple times, like these transfusions where he actually replaces his blood with his son's blood. And
How old's his son?
I think his son's like in his 20s now, but
I'm
he
gonna
did it
say,
when he was
he
a
signed
teenager.
off on this.
Oh,
Just a child. Just give me your blood.
Give me your essence, boy. Fucking Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Dude,
Just die, dude.
literally. Like a wise man.
How happy
once
would we all
said-
be if that guy just gets nailed
Oh,
by
if
a
he
bus?
gets that same blood cancer, I'm gonna laugh.
No, I don't want that. I want him to just die of a sudden impact. And it's like, see, all that time you spent trying to
Just
dodge
playing
like
false.
age, one thing, something else is gonna get you.
Yeah.
You know, just trip on the stairs. Oh, you do enough time, you're gonna die, bro.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. What is he gonna do to fight the radiation from Starfish Prime, dude?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Got no answer.
You're all done, dude.
Done.
We were supposed to live to be 900 years old, man. That's what my. Did you have this FCS teacher too, back at middle school?
What was her name?
Start with a V. I don't want to put her on blast.
Put her on blast.
Volmer.
God, I don't know. That sounds familiar. Was she the like older lady? Crazy.
She was crazy.
Yeah, I had her.
But yeah, she was vegetarian, and she was trying to preach, it's all the poison and shit that they're making you eat, and that's why you don't live to be as old as like Moses. You should be 900 years old too. That's the average human lifespan. I think she was a little off with
Oh,
that.
you think so?
But I think she was onto something.
No.
I do think our lifespan should be longer than it is. I think, Starfish Prime, microplastics, cigarettes, you name it. Whatever the hell it
It's
is.
like,
Pollution.
It makes no sense to me. Like the whole story doesn't make any. It's like human beings aren't supposed to eat animals. And it's like, well, then why is every other?
No,
animal...
she missed it. I'm not talking about that. I'm
Yeah.
talking more about like the pollutants and shit. But
Oh yeah, sure, yeah. Don't pollute your food.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
no, we're obviously supposed to eat animals.
But no,
we have
you're-
canines.
Yeah, yeah. We've
Yeah.
literally evolved that way. Every other beast has evolved that way.
Bro, I tried it. Joaquin Phoenix convinced me that we shouldn't eat animals, and I tried it for almost a year. I about died, bro.
Yeah, it was
Can't do it.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
my wife got me to do a vegan diet for, I think I made it like 3 weeks, and I was the same way. Like I literally was craving meat. I felt like I was gonna die, and
Yeah.
I ate like a pound steak when I finally came off of it.
So
And then
good.
I talked to my wife, and I was like, I can't
Yeah.
live without meat. Like I'm just not designed this way.
If you go without it and come back, though, you realize how fucking good it is. And it's like, yeah, no, exactly. I'll never go back.
This is literally what gave us our brains.
Yeah.
Is meat.
Yep.
It's the best.
Mm-hmm.
The best.
Or blood and marrow. And
My dad, we wouldn't have a meal without meat.
yeah.
That'd be the one thing we had to have inside the meal is one
Yeah.
form of meat or another.
That's what my family was, straight like meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
My wife literally taught me that potatoes not a vegetable. Up until I was probably 30, 28, I thought potatoes were vegetables. I thought
Yeah.
corn was a vegetable.
That it does count.
Corn is a vegetable.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's a starch too.
Is it a starch?
Yep.
Damn.
Is it
For
like a
real.
form of grain, kind of in a weird way? It's like kind of like a weird
I think
grass.
so too. Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah,
Delicious.
it is good.
Them corn boys though.
Yeah,
Grew up in the fields. Did you both have to detassel?
yeah.
That shit was lame.
I started at 12 or 13, made it up to crew leader by the time I was 15. I
Oh,
think.
you were one of those.
were
guys.
one of
I just got to
those
stand at the end of the
fucking
road
guys,
till
dude.
I did it till.
We were the scrubs. We were those
Yeah.
guys you looked at and were like, he's gonna make it maybe half the season.
Yeah,
Me and my homies would just mess around. Like, we'd jungle bunny each other and stuff, just tackling each other in the corn all the time. And yeah, I don't know. I think we were the oldest ones by the second or third year because everybody would always quit. So we just moved our way up. And yeah, it was just me and my friends at the end of the aisle. I was like, get your ass back in there.
dude. Sometimes, did you ever do this shit where we would just race to the end and not pull
Oh,
a
yeah.
single fucking
Like
tassel?
halfway through, and like you'd race to the end and just pull like every once in a while.
Did y'all have to do the repulls? Like
Hell no.
the cruise I was on, yeah, if you got a third pull, it was half pay. And if you had to go back for a fourth pull, it was 0 pay.
Yeah, you guys were cracking the.
We
whip
were cracked
on
down
those.
on it. But we were
Yeah.
still messing around.
No, we would just blame it on somebody else. But that was his.
Do you
rule.
remember who you worked for?
I started with Slope and Thorell. which was probably like 2004. But then my second year, I went to Burris to tasseling, and I tasseled with them for like 4 years.
Bro, do you know the
And that was-
pesticides we were exposed to during that shit too?
Oh yeah, dude, and like the
Just
corn
the
cuts.
bugs. That's
And them
Oh,
corn
God,
cuts
that job
burn like hell with that. You get that
Oh, I saw a dude
pesticide
lose his
inside your
nipple.
blood and shit.
You weren't there for that? No, yeah, we didn't detassel together. I seen a dude get his nipple sliced by that corn leaf, and it flapping,
Fucking A.
flappy nip, dude. We called him Flappy for the rest of the year.
I remember I always got like the jock itch and athlete's foot real bad out in
Oh,
the field.
yeah.
Only time
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
ever get it, but it was those 2 or 3 weeks in that summer to tasseling. It was just fucking rash.
Oh, you just
Up my
pure
entire
I had, to take,
ball.
like, I had to
ass.
take
Yeah.
days off.
Yeah, no,
And,
for
like,
sure.
just sit
Yeah.
down, gold bond days. And all
Yeah.
that shit.
Just covered in powder.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
That sucked. God, that job fucking sucked.
The worst. I got all my shit stolen too. This sucked.
Hey, child
Yeah,
labor.
because there was some straight degenerates.
Mm-hmm.
I detasseled with the Columbus and Schuyler crews. Like we were Seward and Butler County, our bus was, but then our buses would meet up with Schuyler and Columbus, and that was like I don't want to be mean or be an asshole, but that was a lot of like illegal kids and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the
Back
buses
on the
had to be
chain
locked
gang.
and like fucking cops came out like 2 different times. I know one time a kid jacked the bus and he had like an apple with meth in it and shit, and like all sorts of shit. And then another time a dude tried like raping one of the teachers, like one of the 25-year-old
In the
fucking
field?
actual adult people, and he like tackled her in the field and tried raping her, and the cops had to come out and shit.
That is
No, we
gnarly.
had some dudes wiling with our detasseling crews.
the meth apple pipe.
It was a meth apple pipe is what they found. I just remember that being the big story
That's
to us all.
wild.
We didn't even care
Yeah.
about the kid took off with the bus down the gravel road. It was he had a meth apple pipe.
Yep.
That's insane.
There was like a group of 3 kids who fucking got left back on the bus because they like quit halfway, and I fucking had to quit halfway because my fucking, I was fucked up with something. I had to quit, and I had to go back to sit on the bus, and they had fashioned some kind of weed pipe out of fucking, aluminum foil,
Mm-hmm.
and they had found some ditchweed and had just pulled the ditchweed and were trying to stuff it in there and smoke it. And like, I'm watching them like, I'm pretty sure that's not how this works. I was young. I was like, oh, that's not gonna work. And they're like, oh, shut up, you gonna hit this? I'm like, no. Like, I'm at work on a bus. Like, no, dude.
When we made our way up to crew leaders, we would each roll a joint and put it in our lunch bags. So we'd have like 4 or 5 to match with throughout the day. Yeah, we'd send everybody back in, spark it up real quick. By the time they came back out, we'd had already flicked it.
You guys,
That was when we were a little bit older, but
yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, being a leader would be way easier.
it was cake.
Yeah, that would be no. And they get paid better. I'm
I think, shit, I started at, I mean, we all probably started at $6.50 an hour. But
It's so messed up.
I think I was at 10 or 12 an hour as a crew leader, but that was 16 years ago. So that was
Most
not bad pay at
professions
all.
work like that too, where the people at the bottom do the absolute most,
Yep.
make the least.
Mhm.
It is fucked,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I don't want to talk about that.
Yes, you do.
My work situation. I had a happy news today. Did you hear about that?
Barely.
Yeah.
I heard the news, but I didn't hear why or what happened or anything. But hey,
Well, fucking
good
like,
riddance.
halfway through the day, Olivia's like, "You want to see something funny?" I was like, "Yeah." And she pulled up the numbers for fucking Van Dorn, and she had like 25 extremes and was just getting slammed, dude. Nobody else had any extremes or anything. She was just completely fucking up. And then like later on, she comes up to me and she's like, "Yeah, I just heard she put in her 2 weeks." I'm like, oh fuck.
I heard Lisa I heard she put in her 2-week resignation, but that was all I heard.
Yeah. Fuck her, dude. So yeah, that's good news.
I don't even know our new manager. I've heard of him a lot, but I don't think I've ever met him or nothing.
I'll tell you about him off camera. I used to, way back when I first started Domino's, he was a DM.
I heard he's a cool manager, but
He's
I've
pretty cool.
I've never talked to him.
I'll tell you about my little story.
Hell
about
yeah.
Timmy boy. I'll tell you about Timmy. He's a good old boy. Yeah, but yeah.
You hear
So
about, You hear about Val Kilmer?
yeah, I was gonna bring that up, man. One of my favorite characters in any movie, and I'm a big fucking movie guy. And fucking him as Doc Holliday will go down as one of my favorite characters ever. He was so good as it.
Did y'all?
Yeah, he fucking passed, man.
Did you-
Rip Kilmer.
You said you see,
Iceman.
like last week, he had the Batman mask on and he was like teasing people or something.
Was it?
When I seen that he had passed away, that was the article attached to it, and it was like his Instagram, and he threw on the Batman mask, and he's like, "I'm ready for one more ride" or something like that. Yeah, he's gone a week later.
Yeah.
Damn. Fucking cancer.
Starfish
a
Prime,
bitch.
man.
Yeah, it's the Starfish Prime.
Mm-hmm. Got all of us. You guys want to open up some packs?
Rip a pack?
Yeah.
Rip a pack. All right.
Let's just open them all at once because they can't see them on the camera anyway. We'll show them any good rips we get. You guys want to listen? Ooh, that is juicy.
Mine's a green. Does it matter?
I don't think it matters anymore. I don't know how that works.
Are they all green? Was your green?
Mine's white.
They're green.
Green at
No,
the top.
oh, they're all that way.
Oh.
No, there's white ones. There's ones that have no green that are all the way white.
Those are the old ones, man.
Fair.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean.
What is it for?
I don't know the trick no more, though.
What do you mean you don't know the trick no more?
I don't know the trick no more. I think they changed it. I'll just rip them.
Man.
Ooh. Damn. I didn't get much. You guys get anything good? We got Ins PP up. Everybody wants to get Ins PP up.
I got Enge Joltic.
Ends Clinkling. Hop Sandaconda. That sounds dangerous.
We didn't get no rares, dude.
Nope, lame.
Absolute crap.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Hey! What were we talking about? What's the one I said, and then the one you said?
You got In Zoroark?
Try again.
Lily's Cliff.
No.
No, what'd
Another
you?
in.
I don't know. Reshiram.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, you get the alt art?
Which one did you get?
Yo, you gotta show us.
It's your card, my man.
Here, let me see this thing.
We put it right on top there.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Pretty fire. That is pretty.
I got hot hands. I don't
You
ever
do,
understand
dude. That is sick. Nice.
why.
That's
GG's,
cool.
my friend.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that was our little adventure into Journey together.
I was just about to say I ain't got shit, too.
What'd you get, Cody? Nothing?
Booty.
Bunch of booty. Ooh, that whale lord, though. I like that smile. Cool. You guys got anything else? Or you want to wrap this one up?
How long we been going?
Got like 50.
Alright. Do I got anything else? F1. Oh, Schedule 1.
Oh, Schedule 1. That game's lit.
I'm gonna give a shout out to the boy because he's a one-man team. He made the game all by himself.
Yeah.
It's like $16 on Steam. It's fun as fuck. You are. It's like South Park if it was like 3D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got Simpsons Hit and Run
Simpsons
vibes.
Hit and Run type
Yeah.
shit, like that kind of stuff. But yeah, you're a dealer of drugs,
Mm-hmm.
and you fucking like grow your weed, and then you start selling that and getting more and more customers by handing out free samples and shit. And then you get fucking dealers that you can give them customers, and you get even more and more. And then you move up to like cooking meth and shit. Right before I left, I was mixing meth with Viagra to make some kind of super drug. So I'm trying to figure out.
Jesus.
It's funny and goofy.
That's just
man.
what they
It's
need,
so
dude.
fun. It's so addictive, so fun. Like I'm all about it. I cannot wait to play it some more. Fucking, I guess it's like co-op. People can play
Yeah.
together. I don't even know how you. I mean, me and you doing that would become a full blown empire within
Yeah.
days. It would take no time. Somebody doing the runs while somebody runs the shop. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you could absolutely annihilate.
Yeah.
It's very fun. I
It
highly
is.
recommend it.
I haven't like wanted to vicariously watch a streamer play a game in so long, and I for whatever reason started watching this dude Goblin play that game, and I just got hooked to watching that shit. And then I was watching you play it.
Oh yeah, dude.
Man,
I was looking up. I've been looking up cams and shit. I need to look up soundboards. very soon.
Yeah.
Before the start of summer, I'm gonna have that Twitch stream up and going. We're gonna
Yeah.
Word to Your Brother fucking live game streams.
That'll be amazing.
It'll be mainly me on there, but
Yeah.
I'll have these boys on as much
Yeah,
as I
we'll
can.
hop on for sure.
I want to get our Madden shit going. That is one of the funnest Maddens I've ever played, man.
Yeah.
We have really cool shit going on with that.
I think that would be a blast, dude.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, if we can get co-op games going,
Yeah.
there's just people are into that, and you usually get some really cutting edge new games, so people will be able to check them out.
And there's another one I want to play called Split Fiction. It's by the guy who makes like all those like purely co-op games, like fucking Way Out and
what was that one? Army of Two, remember that?
it's a lot like that.
Yeah.
It's not like the gunner and shooter, but it's like these two women who are friends, and they're both, or not friends. I think they're like, they both write books. One of them writes about like fantasy shit. One of them writes about like sci-fi stuff. And they get like sucked into this universe where their stories come to life, but they're like mixed together. And you're like, you have to work together to like get through these levels and shit. I don't know. It looks really cool. It's hard to describe since it's so kind of like a weird esoteric topic. But it looks really cool. And if one person buys it, the other person can play for free. You can just give them a pass, and they can fucking download it and play. So I like how they do stuff like that too to get people to play together. And
Right.
yeah, so there's some cool stuff out there I want to play. Get it on the stream. And
Right. Yeah, that's exciting, dude. I want to talk to you a little bit more about that after the cast. But no, I didn't have nothing else other than the shit river, but we can save that story for another day.
The river of shit. Get ready for that, boys.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. Kick that mule, dude. Let's get on out of here. Thanks for joining us on Word to Your Brother. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
Drop a like.
Like or dislike.
Comment.
If you didn't like it, you can do that.
Yeah, you can do that too. Let us know why, though.
Free country.
If you do leave a dislike, I'd like to know why.
Yep, and you leave your comments and let us know.
Yeah.
Peace.